Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining. We are back. We are live once again with the M2s and the RTO, the off-season British Championship. So welcome in. Thank you for joining us. And we've already got some people in the chat. Wesley, how you doing? Hope you have a good races today. And you, Mr. 9K Megan, welcome and good to see you. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, as you can see, last week we were at Donington. This week we are at Snetterton, the very bumpy, underloved track that is situated in the UK. And yeah, it's one of those tracks that if you get it wrong, it punishes you. And I've just watched someone on track manage to just about keep it all together before they went flying off the track. We're about to get qualifying underway, so you join us right at the correct time. Mr. Lesser, how you doing? Good to see you. We have 13 drivers in the broadcast. I'm not quite sure. We're missing a couple that were in the briefing. So yeah, bit of a not sure what's going on there, but we will. I'm sure they'll make their way. We're missing last week's winner, so put that to good use. Let's show you that for a second, which is this. Not sure. Okay, that's not what we wanted. We wanted that one. Sorry about that. All right, so there you go. You can see Aria Best in pole position with an absolute storming win last week, over 10 seconds in the lead by the end of the race. Alex Walker and Jason Norbert pulling up the rest of the podium places. Adam Douglas, unfortunately, I believe with that DSQ, has left the championship. So we have Nige Woodcourt, Daniel Zlatnik, who can't race with us tonight because he's not feeling too good. Really hope you feel much better, Mr. Zlatnik. Then we've got Dmitry Leskov, started at the back and then worked his way up to P7 last week. Wesley with a strong P8 in front of Brian, and then Baz O'Neill in P10. Unfortunately, we have all these other people that some of them didn't start and some of them didn't even show up. So I'm hoping that we'll have the last few races will be a bit busier. We have, like I say, 14 drivers at the moment on track. So we'll without further ado, let's get you guys over to the live scenes and we'll see the drivers making their way out onto the grid and out onto the track so we can see where they're going. Go Alex. Mika, how's it going? So if you're Alex Walker, yes, I'm guessing. BM Ways, how's it going? Welcome in. Who's that guy? I don't know who that is. Refs, why don't you come do some co-coms with me? Oh, the M2 sliding around there. Mr. Nick Cooper having it proper tail happy for a second there. So let's get that on the screen so I can see where we're going. Right, so yeah, here we go. Like I say, 14 drivers on the grid. Still waiting. I can't see Aria. I'm not sure what's going on there. Yeah, sorry, I was just typing up there. We don't have Aria in, so that I can see. So yeah, definitely need to find the ways into the onto the track. Right, so we got Nick Cooper is about to start his first flying lap. We've got a couple of drivers on the grid already on their flying laps. We will go and check some of those out in 1 second. Just keep an eye on. And so Bram Krant is the first person to cross the line to start the lap. The ERA Esports. As I said last week, I used to work for a company called ERA, so that's quite interesting. Not sure what's going on with the stream there from my end. You should be able to watch this in glorious 2K this time as well. I made the mistake last week of only putting it in 1080. But this time we should have 10, sorry, nice, beautiful 2K. SGSS the long way. That's Van Veen and Aria Best, who is now in. We do have Aria in. I see that now. So that's good. It's not 4K though. No, it's not. No, it's not 9K either. How you doing, Vol? You good? Welcome in. Good to see you. Verify game file should stop it. It's crashing apparently. Okay, wait, they're in now. So we're good. That's good. That's good. Hoxa is in SGSS2. Oh, okay. There we go. We got some SGSS drivers in here. Irvin Hoxa. Brian Cran going round the long right-hander towards the end of the lap. This is such a tricky corner. You got to get it right. Get the braking right for the final corner. And yeah, see where you can end up as you cross the line. So this is going to be the first timed lap. And following across the line will be Jason Norber as well. So we'll see Cran goes a 207.1. And Jason Norber pops in behind him just under half a second slower. So I'm sure they will bring those times down as we go. So into Montreal, there you go. We'll check out some of these times in a minute. Straight away, Hoxa goes in with a 203.135. Aria Best a 206.2. So Aria will be looking to improve that lap time. But that's a very, very strong lap from Hoxa for SGSS Racing. Their liveries aren't showing up, but I have done awesome sim liveries, so unless they haven't uploaded them. So yeah, definitely check them out. Tell them that they need to get their liveries uploaded so we can get them on the stream. Definitely like to see all the liveries and show off everything. Only awesomeness is over 9K. Well, there's only one man that is. So yeah, Hoxa is actually being caught up at the moment. By Van Veen, who's gone a little bit deep there, and I think that will be scrubbing that lap, or it might have actually just got past. I think Hoxa actually just overtook Van Veen. I was looking away from the screen, so yeah, but we'll jump on board. Oh, he's on a slower run now, just letting people go. Nige Woodcut for Team Snail Esports, coming through the final corner, being nice and steady. These cars, it's actually quicker if you are running 0 TC. It can be a bit leery, but this is the reason why we chose these over the Porsche Cups for the AM class. Nigel Woodcut goes into P5. Good lap, 204.9. And yeah, we'll have to keep an eye and see if we can make any improvements. And as I said, Aria is about to pop in a very, very strong lap time, actually. So you're about to see a 204. Sorry, 203.9. So 303.9. So 8 tenths off of Hoxa at the moment. And Hoxa is definitely putting the timing board and lighting it up. Nick Cooper not far behind, only half a second. So those three at the front there are going to be quite close. Jason Norber, P4 at the moment. New Bar Us, apparently. That's the team name that you can see down in the bottom right hand corner. I have tried to turn this up a little bit for these cars, because last week it was a bit quiet compared to the Porsche Cup. So I need to remind myself to turn them down for the Porsche Cups, because otherwise, well, I mean, you won't hear me and that'll be better anyway, but yeah, they are loud. Brian Bond back in the pits, P12. Wesley in P11 at the moment. Nick Leon, although I say that, and Nick Leon just dropped down to P11. Alpha going in to P10. That was a good little lap from Alpha Dogmeat. Brian Cram into P9 as well. All the drivers are improving. Norbo at the moment, you can see, is on a good lap, 0.8 up at the moment. Nick Leon up 1.1 seconds, to keep an eye on that. A couple of people who were up just been their lap, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Alex Walker's pulled over to the side of the road in P8 at the moment. A couple more corners to go. Go through the bomb hole, the bit that dips down, and then we go through Coram. the long right-hander. And you kind of sort of dab the brakes as you go in and just try and keep the front end, the weight over the front end, and yeah, just keep turning and turning and turning and watching your front left just get warmer and warmer and warmer. So yeah, at the final corner at 0.8 up, this is going to push him potentially up to P2, depending on how strong the exit was in the final corner. Yep, there we go, P2 by 0.03 of a second. There you go. That's there you go. That's let's give you that the time deficit. There you go. That's the time deficit there. You can see. So yeah, let's. That's the personal best lap times on the left-hand side. Nick Cooper off the track, Cormac Quinn off the track, going back to pits, I believe, both these drivers. Oh no, just Nick Cooper just RTG'd. They've only got 40 seconds left, so looks like Cormac Quinn's going to try for one final lap. So everyone up to 1:15. That's Alpha. We'll get another lap in, and then that is it. So everyone who is on track now will get a lap in, and that is it. So as we go across the line, let's go through them. Brian Cram up 0.4 as we get to the final part of the lap. He's just lost a little bit. I think he went a bit too quick into Nelson. And yeah, just lost a tenth. The back end just saying no thank you, but he's gained it back again. But now it's just making sure that this final right-hand corner, just keep it nice and tight, nice and tight. Just keeps turning and turning and turning. He's up another tenth. Going through the final corner, gets on the power nice and early. He's up half a second. It won't move him a position, but it will get him a lot closer to Wesley. So that could be a good scrap in the race. Alpha Dogmeat in P11. Nick Leon up at the moment as well. So we'll keep an eye on him. Nigel Woodcock comes across the line and goes P5. That's where he will start. Aria is up 0.4. Not going to get him on pole with this, but we'll nip him into P2 in front of Jason. A good lap time. Looks like Coxer is going to give them a run for the money at the front. Nick Cooper stays P4. Nigel Woodcock P5. Cormac Quinn P6. Van Veen is up on his fastest lap at the moment, 0.6. Alex Walker up 0.4. Nick Leon up 0.4. So there is position changes that potentially will happen before the end of this qualifying. This is a very strong lap. Van Veen. This could put the Van Veen up into the top 3. Oh, he's just lost a bit of time coming out the final corner. So this is going to jump him up, though, to P5, I think. Crosses the line. There we go. P5. Great little lap. And that was the final car across the grid. Alex Walker P8. So, yeah, splitting Cormac Quinn and Wesley in the end there as well. So that is a great little lap time from those drivers. So only a minute to go, so we'll have to run through this as quickly as we can. So Evan Hoxier from SGSS on pole position, teammate alongside him, Aria Best, race winner from round number 1. Jason Norber also in the top 3 last week, back on P3 for this round number 2 at Snetterton. Nick Cooper P4 alongside Van Veen from SGSS. It seems to be an SGSS tournament. Very welcome to all of you guys. Thank you for joining us. Nigel Woodcock for Team Snell Esports. Cormac Quinn is 6th and 7th. Alex Walker P8 for Alex Walker Racing. Wesley is in P9 with the Team Snell with Brian Cram. P10 Nick Leon is P11 with Alpha Dogmeat close. That's a great little livery. I must admit, I think that's one of my favourite liveries from Nick Leon and Alpha Dogmeat. Really do like those two. And Connor Nee and Brian Bond rounding off the rest of the grid. So they get a full lap to the grid because these are very cold tyres, and because they are, for the AMs, it just helps them get some warmth into the tyres, make it a bit safer as they go into turn 1. We could have made it a real challenge, but then let's face it, it could end up being a bit interesting, so yeah. Can have your low weight practice the pocket, no worries 9k, good luck. Low weight practice is forbidden. Absolutely. Yep, kissed the wall again after I was hoping improving 2 seconds in my lap. Oh, there's no way. Well, I look forward to seeing you moving forward in the grid, so let's just see how that goes. And so yeah, looking forward to seeing how far up you can get during the race. Good luck, sir. So on board with Brian on the warm-up lap. So this is Montreal. This is probably one of the best overtaking places on the track. Montreal have to go through Rich's turn number 1. Depending on the exit you get out of here, you can slide one up into turn 3 maybe, but it's a bit tricky. If you do get over the curbs on the inside, it can push you really wide and cause some major issues. And yeah, but then you've got another little straight into a very tricky braking zone to a corner called Agostini, and as which you can see the cars going through, and you can just see the post on the left hand side as we go through here. You can see that post that stands up. That's the apex marker. That shows you where the apex is of the corner, and you can see how late that is in the corner. So it really does help to try and get a bit of a deeper turn, get the car turned in a bit later, and get a stronger exit, and that's how you can save a little bit of time. And we've got one of the cars going sideways there. Is that who was that? I think we're just trying to get some warmth into the tyres. I think it's Cormac Quinn trying to do some drifting in the M2. So yep, go LFI go. Both Leon and Alpha are driving my liveries. They are awesome liveries. Very well done. If you've created those liveries, they are awesome. So well done. There you go. Really, really impressive. Well, it's going to from worst to hell. Stuck in the pits. What? Oh, dude. Well, you'll miss all the carnage at the start, I guess. Or I say that you'll miss any potential. Let's be positive, because I must admit, right, in the GT3 league that we've been running over the last sort of 6 seasons, believe it or not, the AMs have had less incidents than the pros. So I'm expecting some good things from these guys. Commentators cursed at its best. How many drivers do you think we'll see in the pits after I've said that, after the first corner? Let's hope it is 0, obviously. So yeah. So we will switch to Helicam as they come through the final corner. There are 2x2 as Noah one of them in his arc. And it's all about getting a good launch here. You know, sometimes some people hold the brakes and just floor it. Some people don't. Some people prefer not to do that. It usually depends on the car and how the TC works. But yeah, let's see how they get on. So will Aria be able to slide up the inside into turn number 1? Or will Hoxha be able to hold on and continue into the lead as they get to turn number 2? We're about to find out. Round number 2 from Snetterton is about to get green, green, green. And there we go. Their lights out. And I tell you who did get a really good start is, Van Veen, I think, got a bit of a bad start. And then you got Cormac Quinn and Alex Walker behind. Oh, and then there's been contact. Yeah, I kind of thought that might happen when they went side by side like that into turn number 1. Jason Norber got turned around through no fault of his own. So Wesley's looking at his first potential position right in the first corner. So depending on where he gets, has he managed to get going? He has managed to get going again, but it's very, very late in. And he's going to be quite far behind. So he'll be hoping that there may be some more contact as they go. The top 3 or 4 guys have kind of broken away already. They've got away nice and clean. Aria Bass did take the lead into turn number 1 with Irvin Hoxha in P2, now trying to chase down his teammate with Nick Cooper and Nige Woodcote, who had a very strong race last week, Nige Woodcote. So good to see him back up into P4. Van Veen, who had a good start, and unfortunately did, by the looks of it, was involved in that incident at the start, going a bit deep. Yeah, very, very deep, actually, as they go into Williams. As they come up to Williams, going through Oggies just back there, that's where they went wide. Van Cram all over the back, and they got P5, 6, 7, and 8 really close together. And then you've got the top 2 very close together as well. Only 0.8 separating them. So we'll keep an eye on it as they go through into Nelson through Brundle. And you can see the different lines being taken. Some don't mind taking the curb. Van Veen going very deep. The problem with these BMWs, I don't know if anyone races these in ACC, they have like an electronic brake bias. And it tends to, if you lock up a little bit, it tends to send some of the bias the opposite way. So then you turn up into a corner, and all of a sudden you put your foot on the brake in the same place you normally would, and you end up sending it absolutely miles into the corner, and thinking, where the heck did that come from? So there you go. Right, so position deltas after the first lap. You can see Best takes that pole place away from Hoxha and goes into the lead of the race. Nick Cooper up a place. Nigel Woodcup up 2. Van Veen managed to stay where they were. Cormac Quinn, though, has just made a move going into P6. Sorry, yeah, and he's gone very wide on the exit. You don't want to be out there because it's very bumpy. And as you can see, he's managed to get back on the track. And yeah, we don't want to be seeing anyone getting sideways out there. So he's lost not 1 but 2 places. Brake lights flashing there. I'm wondering if there may be an issue with the pedals, maybe. We don't want to see that too often if we can help it. As we ride on the front splitter of Cormac Quinn, going through Palmer. Again, some people want to take the curb, some people don't. This is a great little camera angle, this. I do love this camera angle. Thank you to ACC TV for providing us with some excellent camera angles. These have a bit of grunt in them as well, so sometimes it's actually better, again, just to come out a gear higher than you would normally, especially in this sector 2. You tend to want to be in a gear higher than you would normally and concentrate on getting a good exit. These cars teach you, slow in, fast out. If you don't carry too much speed in and you carry the speed out, that's when you can gain the time. You can see both of the cars losing traction there. You can see one going wide and then one going very sideways. So that's Cormac Quinn back up past Brian Cram, who had literally had to try and control that, as we say, and was very sideways, very BMW-esque as they come up into Brundle. The battle for the lead. Nick Cooper is up into P2. Aria Best has made a mistake and is now finds themselves in P3, 4 tenths down. So yeah, as Hoxha's managed to get up into the lead, is Hoxha going to be able to pull that gap now that Aria won't be able to close? We'll keep an eye on that as we go through. Nick Leon for LFI Racing in probably the best livery on the grid is up at P9, up 2 places as you can see. And then you've got Jason Auburn Wesley, though, unfortunately, by the looks of it, from what I can see, no fault of their own, is now 13th and 14th. So it'd be interesting to see how far they can get back up the grid. But Aria is very, very close. Oh, we've got someone very wide again. Alex Walker goes very wide. Let's have a look, see what happens there. Oh, gets the braking all wrong into turn number 1 and ends up very wide. And the thing is, as I said in the driver brief, you can see how bouncy it is out there. It's very, very bad out there, so you don't want to be out there for too long if you can help it. So there you go. Right, let's have a look back. That's not the one. That's the one we wanted. Nick Cooper looking back towards Aria Best, who's brought Nigel Woodcutt along with them. So Nigel Woodcutt looking to see if anything comes of an extra position of potential in the space of a podium as well, so we can be able to see how that goes. 30 seconds wait on there. I'll do my best laps and see what happens as long as I don't kiss the wall. So let's try not to do that, Wesley. Hey, good luck, sir. Megan Symes, go, go, go. Beamer using the blinker. Yeah, I'm not sure it must be an optional extra. They don't normally have them. This is a high quality stream and commentating. Thank you, guys. No, thank you, Victor. Really appreciate your kind comments. Welcome in. Good to see you. Don't forget to, guys, if you are new, please give us some support. Hit that like and subscribe button. Really do appreciate it. We are live on Thursdays up until the first week of December, and then we come back live in regards to season number 7 for GT3s in the sort of mid-January, and which I'll give you more details during the break between the two races that we have today for you. All right, so we'll be able to give you a little bit more information on what to expect in season 7. So we'll keep an eye on the leaders for a little bit. Hoxha goes and does the fastest lap of the race at 2:03.780. Nick Cooper only a tenth and a bit further back on that lap, though, so he's holding his own. Aria was 2:04.1, and Nigel Woodcutt was actually quicker, so we need to keep on a look on Nigel Woodcutt, who is finding his feet in the BMW M2s, driving absolutely beautifully at the moment. And yeah, we'd love to see how far he can get. Jason Norber all over the back of Brian Bond as they come into turn number 1 as well. So Jason looking to try and make his way back up. Oh, Brian went over the curb. That put Jason a little bit wide to make sure he didn't hit him. And that is some car control, ladies and gentlemen. Hats off to Jason. That is control of the week so far. Well done, Jason. Unfortunately, you ended up out there again. But making his way back through. And Wesley, you can see in the background, is trying to keep up and catch up with Alpha and Brian as well. So we'll keep an eye on that one. We've got Alex Walker all over the back of Connor Nee in P9 and 10. Oh, he's gone a bit wide as well. So Alex tries to take a bit of a tighter line. Doesn't get the run off the corner he was expecting. So he has to tuck in and sit for another lap. Aria has made another mistake and he is in P4. So Aria is now in P4 and Woodker is in P3. So that's not good. We missed that one. I do apologise for that. Although Aria, I'm sure, is probably glad that we didn't catch it. Unless there was a bit of contact. So yeah, I haven't seen anything. It hasn't come up on the screen. The only bit of contact we've had actually was at the start of the race. So again, the AM's showing how it should be done. We'll go back to the battle between Walker and Connor Nee for P9. Hopping over the curbs towards Nelson. And yeah, this is turning into a very, very good scrap. So yeah, have to keep an eye on this. Bear with me 1 second. Round the penultimate corner they go. Is there going to be a way up the inside? As we take a look onto the final main straight. Nope, he tucks in, gets in the draft. The draft does work quite well here. So you need to make sure that you get a good run out of the final corner, and then you can tend to draft quite well down the main straight, but nothing doing as they go into turn number 1. But now Alex Walker does manage to slip up the inside, and there you go. He gets knee as they go into turn number 2. I told you that was a good overtaking place. That was a great little move from Walker. So well done. We'll have a watch back of that as we go through turn number 1. Goes a bit slower on the way in and gets a much better exit. And again, showing that slow in, fast out really does make a difference in these cars. They really do teach you that. So that was a great move from Walker. Gets it up the inside, and now we'll have to see if Ben Nee can do anything about trying to get that position back. He's got Jason Norber chasing him down on a recovery drive. And Wesley is now P14, 1.5 off the back of the guys ahead. So we'll see how that goes. In fact, Alpha and Brian having a good little scrap as they go into Oggies up to Williams. And there's... Oh, Brian's on the grass. Brian, what are you doing? Drive the car, man. And so there, now Wesley is all over the back. The two best liveries on the RTO grid this season for the M2s. And in my opinion, maybe a very unpopular opinion, never know, but I do like these two. As they go up into Brundle, is there going to be any way for Wesley to be able to find his way through? It doesn't look like it. Coming through Nelson, Brian Bond trying to chase him down, see if there's anything where he can get back into P12. And there is a bit of a gap. These guys all scrapping away. Around the final bend. 14 minutes to go. Still plenty of racing left to go in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with me 1 sec. So what we'll do after this race is finished, just to let you know how it works on the on this series, just to keep the two series separate so people can watch their race back if they want to and just share their race to their friends and family if they want to be able to do that. We once this race is over, oh no, Alpha goes really sideways coming out of that turn number 3, and yeah, makes some heavy contact with the wall, and that puts him now down into P14. That is such a shame. He was doing really well there as well, so yeah, I'm sure he'll be trying to find his way back to try and get up, even though there's quite a bit of damage there. I'm sure he's still got the pace if he keeps it nice and tidy, and be able to try and catch Brian. So Aria back up at the top, still in P4, the leader. Irvin Hoxha doing a sterling job for SGSS Racing, and I tell you, Nick Cooper and Nigel Woodcock are not any slouches in this race at all. They are keeping pace with the guys at the front. In fact, last time around Nick was slightly quicker. What's the difference in lap time going to be this week? I think this one he's lost about a second because he's 0.9 down on his fastest lap. So yeah, so 203.8 from Hoxha, a 204.9 from Nick Cooper. He was caught by Nigel Woodcock, the Team Snell Esports, by 0.6 on that lap, so keep an eye on that battle. That's going to come down if that happens again. Any more mistakes? So yeah. Wait, you can't get any game sound. Can you not hear that? It is loud. I've got it as loud as it can go. These are just quiet. If I go on board, hang on. Can you hear it now? I have. Turn your sound up. Open ears. They're BMW M2s. You wait till the Porsches, everyone will be literally turning it down. Well, that's what you want, isn't it? You don't want to hear the engines, you want to hear my droney voice. That's what you all come here for. But yeah, it is a quiet... You gotta remember, these cars are just normal road cars, so they are quieter than what you would expect. So, yeah. There you go. Teams now. Nigel Woodcock, P3 at the moment. Alpha. Oh no, what's happened to Connor Nee? Connor Nee has had a moment. He's 6 seconds off his lap and he's dropped down behind Alpha and Brian and Wesley. What has happened there? That's a shame. Simulator FM gonna have some work to do to get back off the back of the grid and see if he can fight his way back up to see if he can get into well, back up to P11. There's a bit of a gap between 10 and 11 at the moment of 14.7 seconds. Cormac Quinn is on a better lap. Tell you who's on the move at the moment. Van Veen doing a great job trying to catch teammate Aria Best. There was a good lap on the last lap, although he lost a 10th on the last lap, but before that he was catching him, so have to keep an eye on that one. Is the stream running nice and smooth for you guys? Just so I know, because I've just had a warning come up saying the current stream's bitrate is a bit too much. Professional streamer right there. Of course I am. Come on, you should know this by now, surely. For Link's ASMR anyway, no bother. I don't think so. I don't think so. But as long as the stream's running nice and smooth, guys, because, yeah, I just had a warning that the bitrate's too small. Okay, good. I mean, I run at quite a high bitrate anyway, so, although it's saying it's a lot lower than it should be, but, yeah, as long as you guys are seeing it nice and smooth, that's what matters to me. And I tell you, Van Veen is not giving up on a P4. There's 8 minutes to go, which is actually just under 9 minutes to go. And Van Veen really has not given up on a P4. So we'll see how that runs at the towards the end of the race. Keep an eye on that gap. But yeah, I know it's a bit quieter in these cars. But is that sound? Is that a little bit better on the on the sound? Thing is, like on the Porsche Cups later, you tend to end up having to turn everything down because it's just so loud. Oh, that was very sideways. 1.3 is the gap, last lap, so let's have a look. So, Van Veen on your screen, look at that. I did that on purpose. A 204.015. Aria Best, the black BMW number 4, just ahead. It was a 204.6. So the gap is slowly closing down. 1.3 is the gap, as you can see, although it is sort of fluctuating a little bit. Oh no, Jason Norber, what's going on there? Oh, he's gone very, very wide. Let's have a look. Oh, he gets proper sideways. Oh, and a real hard hit. Side and the front, and yet continues like nothing happened, nothing to see here. The cameras didn't pick it up. I'll just continue. These scratches are just trying to get weight saving. He would definitely have lit up the rear tyres, so he needs to get them cooled down before he starts trying to put any more weight and any more pressure through the rear to see where he gets to. But yeah, that's dropped him down quite far. Wesley, where's Wesley in P11? So we'll see. Can he? I'm not sure. He might not be able to get that. Depends on how much damage on Jason's car. Wesley's still got a chance. Colin knee all over the back of Alpha DM now. Oh, good luck, Scrappy. Oh, he had Alpha getting on the throttle just a bit too hard there. Got the tail end all out of shape. Trying to do his best, giving space on the inside. It's been putting wide. Oh no! And then he's bounced across the track. And yeah, unfortunately, Connor had nowhere to go. That is so unfortunate. So we'll watch this back from Connor's point of view. So as they go through Agostini, now they go down towards Hamilton's on the inside. Alpha does the right thing, gives him space, but goes a bit too deep, bounces across the curb, and then it just rotates the car on him. And unfortunately, Connor had nowhere to go. And yeah, that is all she wrote. I'm sure he'll be doing everything he can to get back out. Alpha's just back in front of him at the moment. So round number 2 incoming momentarily. The gap has... Oh, Aria now has lost out that position as well to P4, who is Van Veen. Aria not having the race that they had last week. See, showing the proof that, you know, you do... I mean, I do remember Aria saying that they hadn't actually raced this track until they started trying to race it in the M2. So, and this is a track that is unforgiving. If you don't have the practice and know the track very well, you can struggle around here. You really can. And yeah, proof is in the pudding. Last week's dominant winner, running in P5 at the moment. So we'll keep an eye on that. Alex Walker, all over the back of Leon. Nick Leon in the number 111. We'll keep an eye on, see where we as we look back from Nick's Beamer. Right over the back of the wing here, the throttle, working the throttle, trying not to get it to run wide. Again, that's the reason why slow in, fast out is very, very, very important. You need to make sure that you get a good exit in these cars, because you know, if you get a good exit, you're gonna, compared to the other person, you're gonna catch them quick. Oh, that's a bit deep there. Looks like Alex is catching and catching, but Jason Norbert is followed up as well. So this is a good little scrap for P8 in the race. 4 minutes 7 seconds or 6 seconds to go, and we've still got Hoxier out in P1, Nick Cooper P2, Nigel Wooker in P3. The podium places look safe at the moment, but Van Veen was 1.3 quicker than Nigel Wooker last lap. So Nigel's obviously made a mistake, so he'll be hoping the next 3 minutes or so that he'll be able to keep it together and yeah, not have another mistake like that. Otherwise it looks like Van Veen will be putting in pressure, flashing the lights. Alex Walker trying to put off Nick Leon going through turn number 1, having a look up the inside, letting him know he's there, trying to make him just distract him a little bit. He must have been watching me. I do this. And yeah, just gets a little bit too excited on the old the gas pedal there, stamping on a bit too hard. Take some of the lead out and find your way nice and patient. Nice and patient. That's all you need to do, is just be really patient. You've got the pace, you can see. At 0.8 at the moment, Nick's going to have to do some incredible defending if he's going to want to hold this on this P8. But he, in turn, is catching Brian Cram. This could be a 4-way scrap for P7. They both got the pace at the moment. Last lap. Although he did drop 0.3 back, actually, from Cran in that last lap. But they're very neck and neck on lap times this time. So, interesting to see. And if he can do it. Brian Cran tends to... maybe he's cooked his tyres a bit because his pace has dropped. They're running really deep out of that corner again. You don't want to carry too much speed onto the straight. You want to be coming through that final bit to really make sure that you get a good exit. And I tell you now, Alex is having to defend. Jason Norbert, as you can see, is all over the back of him with the lovely scratched up beamer. Sweeps around the outside. That's a great and tidy little move. We like that at RTO. Round the outside lead racing with a round the outside move. That's a great move there. Well done, Jason. Up into P9 now. Can he make a move and try and catch Leon? And can Alex Walker follow him through? What is going to be the state of play? 2 minutes to go. It's about 2 laps left of the race. And yeah, then we'll be getting on to be getting onto it. So yeah, we'll see how that goes over the next 2 laps.
Again.
So this scrap for P7 really isn't over now. You can see they're all over the back. I think Cran really is struggling with his tyres. And yeah, this is proving out to be... That's the wrong camera. There we go. I was doing a bit of an Alonso camera work there. We don't want that. Oh... Leon having a really good turn, turning on the left-hand corner there as they go through up into Hamilton now from Agostini. Oh, and he gets all over the curve. He's bouncing. That's going to give him a chance to go up the outside and have a look. It's going to squeeze him on the inside, but now it looks like Jason Nubbins. Oh, they're going to touch. They are going to touch. He tried to turn in to stop him coming, but Jason's like, nope, I'm already here. Too late. And that puts Jason up into P8. These guys turning. Oh no, Jason's going to lose control of the car again. Coming out of the fast Williams corner. He just lost the rear, trying to get a little bit excited. Maybe the damage just caused a bit more aero problems, and that's just made it a bit more difficult for him to keep control of the car. Hoxer starts the final lap of the race. And yeah. And now it looks like Alex now does finally make his way up through past Nick Leon. So now he has to try and look to defend on the fast right-hander. There's no way to be out the side. You can't. This is one corner. If you can do an RTO here, then geez, you're doing well. So it's best just to tuck it in the final corner and get a good exit on the exit onto the main straight. Try and drag him down the main straight. The leader is coming into sector 2, so we will keep an eye on that. But this is the battle for P8 at the moment. This is what we need to watch. Connor Nee. I was going to say Ben Nee. He's a football player, and that's Ben Mee as well. Wrong person. But he is in 14th at the moment. Alpha Dogmeat a bit further back from Brian. Wesley's managed to make him way up to 11th. Jason Norbert is back off the track again, and behind you, as you can see, taking out some of the hoardings. And I tell you now, Alex Walker looking to see if he can finally get into that P2. This is race 1. This race 1. There's only one race. Only one race. And then we stop and then we go to the Porsche Cups. And so yeah. This is such a good little scrap. Can Alex get past Cran? He's run a bit wide, trying to carry too much speed on the exit. the final couple of corners for the leaders, so we will have to pick them up in just a second just to see them cross the line. But this is a great little scrap. We don't really want to take our eyes off this for as long as for much. I'm sorry, Oxia, you've done a storming job being out in front, but there were some scraps going on behind that we needed to keep an eye. Change the description. Yeah, it's... Yeah, I know. I know. I'm not used to this YouTube stuff. Come on, you should know me. Round 2, not race. Not race 2, is it? Oh, we missed it. Sorry. See, you chatting to me. There we go. Sorry. Hoxia crossing the line, flashing the lights. P1, Nick Cooper P2. Nice Woodcote with a podium. Awesome work. Van Veen and then Aria across the line 4th and 5th. But I really do need to catch back and see as they come around the final corner. Cormac Quinn's going to come across the line in P6 as well. There you go. And Brian Cram is still trying to hold on to P7. He's done a storming job. Alex is trying to get really close to get out of the final corner. Is he going to get a good enough run? He does have a good run. Is he going to get the draft as well? No, it's going to be a bit too short to cross the line. It looks like that Brian manages to hold on to that P7. Alex Walker P8. Nick Leon P9. Jason Norber with a very much modified Aero. Noobs R Us BMW. And yeah, that was such a shame. He was so quick. And yeah, I'm sure he'll be coming back next week thinking I should be in that top 5. Very, very good amount of pace from Jason. Wesley making his way back very cleanly to P11. Well done, Wesley. Brian Bond and Alpha Dogmeat. Connor Nee all over the back of Alpha. Can Alpha hold on to P13 here, or will Connor Nee make his way through in the final couple of corners? They're both really trying to push and carry a bit too much speed in there. And now it's just about trying to get a good exit. And I think Nee got too much of the curb. And yeah, there you go. Out of the final corner. Alpha Dogmeat P13. And Connor Nee is in P14. Well done. That's very, very impressive. Well done, guys. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The final results. Hoxia managing to take the win. And Nick Cooper is there as well. But yeah, it's all changed. So Wesley had to start in the pits, but managed to make his way back up to P11. So that was really, really good. Don't forget, next week, for these guys, it is Brands Hatch. So hopefully you guys will come back and join us for Brands Hatch in the M2s. But for now, that's the M2s done. We will be stopping the stream and coming straight back. And we'll be bringing you the Porsche Cups in around about 5-10 minutes time. And look forward to seeing you guys then. We will also, before we get into the Porsche Cup qualifying, we will discuss the Season 7 of GT3s and how that's going to work. There's some big changes, so definitely have a look at how that goes. Hawks did a great job. Very, very good. So congratulations to Hawks. I look forward to seeing you again in a little while. And yeah, thank you for joining us. And I'll see you very soon. Back in about 5-10 minutes time. Go get yourselves a drink and I'll see you soon.